Our goal is a state of prosperity. And prosperity is different than just having money. Prosperity is a state where you have the resources in whatever form that you need when you need them for your highest good, for your highest impact. And so let's say that you are someone who is here to make an incredible impact. Well, part of your journey is moving through those limitations so that you can actually receive the financial means to execute on that impact. Welcome back. Today we're diving in to the concept of financial flow. This is a state where abundance comes naturally. And in this episode, we're going to explore how you can unlock the gates to prosperity as your natural state. So, if you've been feeling like you're constantly forcing, hustling, pushing to break through your upper limits, if you've been struggling to make headway despite all of your hustle, all of your hard work, you're not alone in this. This sense of financial friction where every time you make progress, it feels hard won. And every time you have a setback, it feels huge. This could be a sign that your financial flow, your state of flow is blocked. So I want you to picture a state where abundance flows to you with ease, where your financial decisions are coming from a place of empowerment and the opportunities for prosperity present themselves naturally. You don't have to think so hard. You don't have to push and force in order for them to happen. This is essentially the essence of financial flow or prosperity. This is where you are in a harmonious alignment with the energy of abundance. And this is where you are able to achieve financial goals, not just through strain, but through an integration and a co-creation with the universe. So I think it's important that we start by understanding that abundance always exists, that we are always surrounded by abundance, and abundance is not just money. So we're talking about prosperity in this episode, but it's important that we also recognize that abundance can be beyond money, and that often we desire money because we think that it's going to get us the thing that we want, the thing that we desire. And very often we can receive our desires without the money. And this literally is a state of prosperity. So this is not to say don't want the money, but it is to say that we want to open ourselves up to not limiting our prosperity just to money. In fact, this abundance, these opportunities, these connections, these experiences always exist. We are the ones who place limitation. This is a spiritual law. This is how we become human. It's part of being human, but also the more that we're able to recognize where we are limiting ourselves, the more that we are open to allowing abundance to come in. So I'll never forget this example. Last year, I hosted I called this the Abundance Alchemy Challenge. And what was so fascinating that came off the back of that was we had a participant who went through that free challenge, and she came back and reported that she actually was flown to another country and treated to a dream trip, essentially, all because of her handy woman skills. Yes, someone needed support and flew her out for this incredible experience. Okay. And so she got to experience what she desired. And The money was not even in the equation. So these are always available to us. And oftentimes we put a limit on, okay, I can only be successful in this thing, or my career must look like this, or I'm only good at this. And those limitations keep us from seeing all of the opportunities that are around. Now, I know that you might be saying, but Makosi, people have been talking about the R word, recession. They're saying that inflation's never been higher, and on and on and on and on and on. And yet, there is still money circulating everywhere, all around. And there are people all around you all the time who have problems, challenges, etc., that they would be more than happy to pay someone to either fix for them, support them through, so on and so forth. So ultimately, our goal is a state of prosperity. And prosperity is different than just having money. Prosperity is a state where you have the resources in whatever form that you need, when you need them, for your highest good, for your highest impact. And so let's say that you are someone who is here to make an incredible impact. Well, part of your journey is moving through those limitations so that you can actually receive the financial means to execute on that impact. Whether that looks like you allow yourself to receive money, receive support, learn how to trust team, and so on and so forth, that can allow for you to be in your genius. And maybe your limitation is a struggle with actually trusting people and actually receiving support. So this gap happens when we have these deep-seated beliefs about who we are, about what money is or is not, what's possible for us, what is realistic, and all of our unresolved emotional connections to our prior financial experiences or things that we saw in our past. But it can also come from a lack of alignment between the actions that you're taking and your essence, meaning who you are here to be. I see this happen a lot when, you are someone who really, really values consciousness, but instead you're spending money on, I don't know, 10 app subscriptions. I don't know. That was just a silly example. But the way that we spend our money, or the relationship with the way that we release money, or the way that we receive money, it's all about that relationship. If there is resistance and tension going either way, we are creating resistance. We can imagine this like we have a pipe or pipes that are open for us to receive abundance. But when we have these limitations, these beliefs, these restrictive emotions, it creates like a buildup of gunk, which slows the flow. It slows the flow of that abundance. So unlocking those gates, opening up your pipes, cleaning up your abundance pipes, really requires a shift in the energetic relationship that you have to prosperity, to money, to love. Because money, by the way, is just an expression of love. That's a whole other topic, I guess. So using Euphoric Evolution, my process, we focus on identifying these patterns, identifying some of these blockages, how they manifest in different ways in our reality, and cultivating a consciousness of abundance and realigning your essence to be in harmony with the flow of prosperity. It's all really about setting the stage for abundance to naturally flow to you and smoothing out those rapids of plateaus, forcing, pushing, hustling, into a steady stream of financial growth and stability. And as always, if you enjoyed this, please be sure to share with a friend, leave me a review. I would be forever grateful to you, and I'll see you next time.